Everybody, welcome into the PHNX Suns Podcast presented by Michelob ULTRA. I'm Lindsay, that's Saul, that's Flex, and y'all know this guy over here, basketball legend Mike Bibby, joining us for the first half of the pregame show. Gentlemen, exciting times to be out here at Wild Horse Pass Hotel and Casino, Gila River Resorts and Casinos. We love being out here. And today is extra special, not only because Mike Bibby is on our show, but because you are hosting the Collection by Mike Bibby out here at Wild Horse Pass Hotel and Casino. Tell me a little bit about it.
I have so many more shoes to give them. They gave them back to me. So I guess they didn't have enough slots for them. But, maybe we could start to make this maybe a yearly thing or something and bring them out and end up bringing, all my shoes out. So, it's just a chance to get people to come check the shoe out in person. You always see the shoe on TV or pictures and stuff like that, but it's just a chance to come look at it in person.
And of course meet you too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm very low key. I'd rather come see my shoes. So,
Mike, where did the shoe love start?
It started a long time ago when I didn't have any.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying came from the bottom up, but we didn't have everything. You know what I mean? And I just lived like that, so I wasn't really used to anything. But I got to college, it was kind of the same thing. Like, there's a rule that you had to change. You had to give an old shoe in to get a new shoe back.
Yeah.
So we have one pair of shoes, two pair of shoes at school, and just I got to the league, and it was just we had the same agent. So David Falk and Michael Jordan had the same agent. And he was just like, we were looking. It was between Puma and Nike, or Puma and Jordan. And the Puma sent me a box, and I opened it. And it was fluorescent colors weren't big back in '98.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I opened the box. Fluorescent. I'm like, and the Puma shoe this long. And it just had the Puma sign on the side. It looked like a Chuck Taylor, but with just a Puma side on the side. So it was like a plain shoe, and I told my agent, I said, I can't wear this shit. I can't. They were giving the most money at the time.
Of course.
I said, I can't wear it. I ended up going with Jordans. He's like, would you wear Jordans? Like, yeah, I wear Jordans. And Vince Carter ended up signing with Puma after that.
Yes.
And you see, he didn't last long.
Last long.
Yeah. I don't even think he lasted a year, and I think he had to end up paying them. But
dang.
So it's just it's a great blessing to be in this situation to be able to get shoes free for the rest of my life. I'm still getting free stuff from them.
Wow.
So I get boxes and stuff, elite packs, and I don't get everything that I used to. Like in the player, when you're playing, you get every single thing they make.
Yeah.
Even the stuff you don't want.
Yeah.
You'll get low socks, mid socks, high socks, even higher socks, headbands, hats.
Wow.
Y'all get stuff that people have no idea is even made.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Y'all get certain slippers and access to joints that you I ain't never seen those ever. And they're like, yeah, that's that inside account.
Wow.
It has so much stuff. So I have a lot of friends. So what I used to do, when I get back, I run out of room. So what I do is when the new stuff will come in, I'd take all my old stuff out, put on the floor. I've had probably 100 items on the floor.
Wow.
And let my brothers, cousins, friends, it's we call it a draft. So you'll sit there, everybody's looking at the clothes, trying to see, it goes from seniority. So my oldest brother goes first down to the pecking order. But you go there, you pick your stuff until everything's gone.
How many siblings, dog?
I got 2 brothers and 1 sister that I grew up with.
Okay. I'm the youngest of 14. So
if you know what I mean.
I got you, dog. I got you. I'm the youngest of 14, so when you said siblings, we did that all the time.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, all right, let's get in the living room. I ain't rocking this no more, but it go by seniority, so I always got screwed.
That's how it goes.
What's funny is, I grew up in the Mike Bibby era. I was in high school at the same time he was, and like everybody from afar, because I didn't know you, but seeing you from afar, it was like, yeah, that dude's different, right? Like he just had the swag about him, and like you were one of the first high school kids in the state that had the tattoo already. Like he had the MB on the arm, and we were all like, damn, man, like this dude's just different, right?
Can I piggyback on that? So we talked about it. 96 McDonald's All-American game. I got two of my homies that I grew up with, played ball with, was in that game with you. Tim Thomas, Shaheem Holloway.
Tough. Both tough players, too.
So when they come back, I'm asking them. I'm like, dog, tell me who's really about it. And they was like, Bibby tough.
Yeah.
Bibby tough. And I asked you out there, I was like, was them champion
No, that got left at the hotel when I left the game. But playing against Shaheem Holloway, like it was between me and him. It was going to be the top point guard, and they always give the New York side of the guys the credit. And I mean, because knowing that, I think there wasn't that many people that came out of Arizona.
No, it was always about the East Coast all the time.
Either East Coast or California. Yeah. And they were dogging me. They kept trying to dog me. Slam Magazine. There was a whole bunch of things but they had to put me on there. Yeah. And like going against Shaheem, like I've never seen anybody that fast.
Yeah, he was a beast.
Like I got to try to give him a little bit of space. Like, okay, show me your jumper, but he would still get by me. And I'm thinking like I've never seen him before in my life. It's just good. I mean, I think we probably had the best, probably one of the top 2 or 3 Nike or the McDonald's 96 times things that ever happened.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Maybe 95 was good too, I think.
Yeah.
But I think we're at the top.
It was funny because this is back in the day when there was no social media, there was no Facebook, none of that stuff, right? And so, you played in the state championship game against Mountain View. That was the first time I ever saw him because Kevin McCabe was trying to do a live hit, and I could see him in the background. and Kevin McCabe said that you had I think you had 45 in that game, the state championship.
It was probably close to
something like that, right? And he's just dropping, but Mountain View at the time was like the best team in the country. Basically.
When we played Mountain View, that was my junior year.
Yes,
we lost that one.
Yes.
So we ended up playing. I think I did have 40-something in there.
It was insane.
Yeah, so I mean, they were a tough team too. They were tough.
The front line was like 6'10", 6'10".
They were tough.
It was ridiculous. And then the next year, still to this day, the biggest crowd ever to watch a state championship basketball game, Lamont Long, Corona del Sol against my man Mike Bibby and Shadow Mountain. You had Nick Green on that team who went to Oregon State. Like, they had a squad. Both teams were really, really good. Lamont Long was averaging like 40 a game, and then Bibby was averaging – it was crazy. It was packed house.
He played – you came out with a lot of primetime guards, too. Because in that 96, you had Ed Cota in there, too.
Yeah.
Right? And it was hyping up.
Mateen Cleaves,
So I'm on the East Coast. I'm rocking with Shy and Timmy, but I'm paying attention to the guards. And I'm telling people, like, I remember there was a lot of hype around Ed Cota. And I again, from the East Coast, watching you was hard, but I'm doing my work, and I'm like, man, Bibby's not being talked about enough, like on the East side. Y'all not understanding what's really happening. To your credit, man, you had a fantastic career compared to a lot of them dudes.
Thank you. I mean, I just I just played. You know what I mean? I don't think kids enough now play enough. Like they go and they want to work out and do all that stuff. Like I was at this park when that game was done. I was going to this park, so I tell my kids like, "Damn, you play at the park? You played outside?" I'm like, "Yeah, I played outside
at the rec, at the rec, at the Paradise Valley Rec Center, all that stuff."
I mean, we got the games in, and it was just, I mean, thank God for my mom, because I used to talk a lot of shit when I was playing. I mean, it was just like people would talk to me, so I talked back. And I talked to the refs. I talked to them. My mom was just like, "Tell me, just shut up and play." And so like end of my junior year, maybe junior year, senior year, I would never say a word out there. And you could, even when I got to Arizona, it was like,
just word.
Yeah, just don't say nothing, because Eddie House is my brother-in-law.
Okay.
And I mean, he's in my ear the whole game. I'm like, we're kicking their ass. I'm just hearing them. But we don't talk about it till later. He's like, I used to talk shit. I said, I know y'all, the whole team used to talk shit. Can't win, though, but they talking shit. So
that's how it still is.
Yes. So he comes out. He's like, "You're the only person that never said nothing back." Like everybody would say something back. He's like, "You're the only person that never said nothing back." And I take pride like that. Just go out there and play. This is what I'm supposed to do. I mean, you never really saw me celebrating any shots. Every shot now is like a
something to it. Yeah, there's something.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For one made shot, and it could go either way. And I just like, after you hit like 4, 5, 6, 7 of them, now maybe cock your arm. You're on fire.
Yeah. The last thing before we go, you had two Suns things. First, you have a story about almost getting traded to the Phoenix Suns. Why don't you tell people about that?
So, Vancouver was in the midst of relocating and, just try to get some pub back to them. They were going to trade me for Nash. And, Phoenix is my hometown. Steve Nash is Canadian. It didn't go through. But, I think everything happens for a reason. I don't think I would have wanted to play here. Just the fact that I have so many people here, it would have been like 300 tickets a game. And I couldn't do that. You know what I mean? So I'm glad I didn't play. I would have loved to, but I'm glad I didn't. So
sure.
Respect.
And then in this year's team, I know you got some boys on the team that you follow along, good friends with. What do you think about this year's team, and what do you think their prognosis is for the rest of the season?
I thought it'd be better. They really haven't got a lot of games together still, but I love Bradley Beal, I love Durant, I love Booker, but I love their game. But you gotta understand, everything is like Beal's been the go-to player on every team he's been on.
Yeah. And
for him to come here and be the third option, I think it's probably tough for him.
Yeah.
But everybody's like, well, he didn't produce. It's hard because you're playing third fiddle when you're used to being number one fiddle.
Good guy.
Even with like KD, I think that it'll always be Booker's team. Booker went through the hard times when they were bad and all that. He stuck with them. This will always be Booker's team. But Kevin Durant is one of the top 10 players probably of all time. And just it's hard to put together. I think you can't go off of just this season. You might got to keep them together for a little bit and try to see how it goes. But, you never know until plays. Like I said, they haven't played a lot together already.
Yeah, we talk a lot about how Bradley Beal's the one who has to adjust the most with this big three group, just from coming into it, like all the things that you pointed out. And now he's taken on more of that point guard role. How long do you think it will take for a guy like Bradley Beal to really feel comfortable?
It's hard to say, man, because guys like that, superstars like that, it's hard to take the back seat. No matter who you look at, you could always say, I want to win. But there's going to be a time when
that dog come out.
Yeah, so every time, I'm not saying me, but every time I go somewhere, nobody's really talking to me like how they used to talk. They're talking to them. That messes with people's heads. That you never know how it's going to turn out. But I don't even think he should be playing that spot to I think they need to get a point guard, maybe a true point guard that could
facilitate, set the table.
So where now they don't always have the ball in their hands. They're used to getting it now, breaking down somebody and doing that instead of always having the ball in hand and trying, like you said, felicitate to everybody else.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, it'll be interesting. We're coming down on the final parts of the regular season for the Suns.
It's all right there, too.
It's
the games 4 through 10 is like a half a game.
Every day it's changing constantly.
Absolutely.
It's a lot, but
literally,
it's been fun, that's for sure. Mike, thank you so much for hanging out with
Thanks
us.
For having
appreciate
me.
you.
I appreciate it.
Everybody watching, just remember the collection by Mike Bibby out here at Wild Horse Pass Hotel and Casinos will be up all weekend. So if you have not come out today, you still have an opportunity to come check out the collection. There's a lot of really cool shoes out here, both Mike Bibby's personal ones and then some extra as well. If you haven't seen the book ones in real life, you can see them in real life out here too. 3 different colorways of book shoe out here. The tannish one, the first one that launched, the orange one, and then
the purple or the blue ones.
The blue ones?
The light blue
ones.
Yeah.
The 2 that have already come out, and then the orange ones, the OGs that we launched with.
I'm glad.
Espo's here, everybody.
I'm glad we followed our rule of only 1 star at a time on the program.
Oh,
so
really?
I'm glad to be back.
I've been here the whole time, man.
The true point guard is here again.
Oh,
you know, little thing you didn't know, Mike and I on the same workout program. So
I see it, bro.
It's working.
His is upper body, yours is a little lower.
No, mine's midsection.
Lord have mercy.
Definitely see it, brother.
All right, gentlemen, we do have a game on our hands tonight. The Suns and the Timberwolves will be facing off. First and foremost, how y'all feeling?
Good.
Vibe check.
Good.
I'm feeling good.
Good.
I think this team mentally is in a good place, and they control their destiny. So this is where you want them to be with this many games left, and yeah, it's right in front of them.
I'm feeling good because our Vibes guy's back on the program.
Yes,
So
there you go.
we know we're going to be hyped up.
Hey, we lose tonight. Flex is going back to Jersey, man.
I was worried about that. I was worried about that.
Hey, I feel good. I said the other day, I think we're going to beat the brakes off them. I think we're going to beat them by 20. I feel like we match up very well against the Timberwolves. They don't have Cat, and I feel like, unless Ant drops like 35, 40, which he could.
Very well could.
Because he didn't play very well the first time around. Nobody did really on the Timberwolves, but I just feel like the Suns know that this is an opportunity to make a statement and say, hey, we're back. Mm-hmm. We're forced to be reckoned with, and we're trying to get our positioning right for the playoffs. So this is a great opportunity.
Yeah, I think it has a lot less to do for me with Minnesota as it does if Devin and Kevin, and in particular Devin, keep rolling. I don't think Minnesota has enough firepower outside of Ant to really keep up with this team.
Agreed.
Nurk can handle Gobert. So I just want to see those two guys continue to play the way that they have, and Bradley Beal continue to embrace that point guard mentality, but be a little bit more aggressive like we talked about.
All right, well, you brought up Nurk. He was questionable coming into tonight's game, but have no fear, everyone. He is going to play.
Is here.
Grayson Allen is also back in the lineup as well. So both of them are available. On the Timberwolves side of things, Karl Anthony Towns, though, is out. All right, so you brought up Bradley Beal and the point guard role. Let's check in and see how he's feeling about that new role.
Just being in a different role, you understand the impact that you have as one of the stars on the rest of your team, right? And that's something that we talk, like me, Kay, and Book always talk about, like, our approach, our leadership, our body language, and like all those things impact the rest of your team. And it took me being here to realize that. When I was in DC, I was like, man, what the fuck that? Like, everybody's got to be ready to play. Like if I'm ready, everybody should be ready. But it's not like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, when your top guys are in it, your top guys are encouraging you, your top guys are giving you confidence, your top guys are passing the ball, like, that makes you feel good as a player. That makes you want to, run through a wall. It makes you want to do everything you can for the team, So it's kind of surreal for me to be in this position. And I definitely see it in a bigger lens now, and the impact that it has of just incorporating guys, picking guys up, throwing Drew a pocket pass every now and then. Like, Drew runs his ass off, he sprints the floor, he hits bangs with bigs, he sets a million screens, throw him a pocket pass, give him a little hook shot. Coach may cuss him out 2 plays later, but I'll take that, because he works his ass off, and you want to reward guys for that. So I think that's kind of just my approach to it, man. Just reward guys who are open. Let's get the best quality shot, and we trust everybody to make the play.
Did my man come out of the meat locker? Was he like getting a little workout in or what?
He had the rag on. He had the do-rag on. You know what, man? I'm so damn proud of Brad Beal. And I was having a conversation after the Pelicans game with somebody I trust, man. And the sacrifice this guy had to make. And to hear him say that right there, just the nuance of basketball. Hey, man, this guy's setting a million screens. We got to get him a look. This guy's doing all the dirty work. This is a guy who averaged 30 points a game 2 years in a row and is struggling to get 10 shots. And it's not because he's getting 10 shots because he's unselfish, because he cares about the betterment of the team. So, man, I love Brad Beal right now, and I think he's the perfect guy to be that third guy, because a lot of people can't do what he's doing.
Yeah. What I love about that, too, we get a lot of people who tell us, oh, the vibe stuff's bullshit, right?
That vibe looked great.
Well, but he said it himself that they realized, and he didn't realize it before he got to Phoenix, that him, Booker, and KD's body language, their attitude, all that matters to the other guys on the roster.
Yes.
That it can change the entire mentality of a team. And I think that's part of what we've seen over the last 10 is a lot of that's changed as well. Not just Beal's unselfishness, but everybody seems to be, at least those 3 guys have seemed to lead the way with that emotion.
I mean, think about it. If you come into an environment where everybody's always down or negative, or they just look like they're sulking and stuff like that, man, you don't want to be around those people.
You don't want no part of that.
You know what I mean? So picking up that energy, it's going to change your mindset anyway. So if that changes your mindset, your effort's going to improve, your overall demeanor is going to improve, and the vibes will be higher, and hopefully the performance will result in wins.
Correct.
Yeah, so Bradley Beal did also have one other soundbite that I do want to play here for everyone real quick, just about playing point guard for this team and taking more of that load on as well.
I've embraced it. It's been a challenge. Obviously, I have a score first mentality, and there's probably some shots I pass up, just trying to be cognizant of being in that role. But I think I definitely have to be a little bit more aggressive too while I'm playing point, just to keep teams honest. I think I'm driving a lot, and they know I'm like looking to pass and not looking to lay it up, so they're kind of staying home on a lot of drives. So I think me being a little bit more aggressive will open things up a lot more. But I've embraced it, Dwayne. Like it's fun playing a position. It allows me to defend a lot of the team's best players in that regard, which is something I take pride in too. So it's something I like. I enjoy it.
Yeah, we've heard people suggest online that I think it was there was somebody on one of the TV shows that said Brad Beal doesn't like this. It's obviously going to impact his attitude. I think he fully embraces this. The defensive comment stuck out to me the most, right? That he likes the fact that now he's getting a shot at the best player on the other team. And we saw it against Zion. I mean, think about the size, the weight, everything he gave up on against him, and he fought his ass off. I love that about it.
This is a guy that, he played most of his career in the NBA gutter.
Yeah.
Like you're not winning basketball games. Now he comes in and he feels like he's got a role. Hey, run the offense for this team, play defense. If you look at his numbers, they're not bad. The other night he almost had one of them single triple doubles, not the single, but you know what I mean, a 10-10-10 type one. I would argue that version of Brad Beal was better than if he scores 30. If you give me 10, 10, and 10, I'll take that all day with Kevin and Devin doing what they're doing. And so you don't need him to score 30. You need him to do exactly what he's doing now. It may have taken a little longer, but I think we're there now. I think everybody understands their role now.
Yeah. All right, guys, let's take a peek at what the guys will be wearing in tonight's matchup. For the Suns, we've got the Association Edition, so all white. And for the Timberwolves, the Icon Edition. It's like the bluish kind of whatever. It's fine. It's not great. It's just fine.
Yeah.
Moving on to our friends over at the BetMGM Sportsbook app. Tonight, the Suns are a -4.5. What do you guys think about this one? What you putting your money on as far as points tonight that the Suns may or may not win by?
I have the Suns by 1 tonight.
Suns by 1, okay.
I think it's going to be close tonight.
I have the Suns by 3, even though I said I think they're going to beat the brakes off of them. But I'm hedging my bet. I'm hedging my bet because Daddy needs some wins on these betting apps.
Oh, I hope you lose just for calling yourself
Protecting your
Daddy on
heart.
this program.
I called myself Daddy last year and I won. I need to come back to it.
Man.
Daddy's
Just
home.
don't
Flex,
put
what
Puff
are
in
you,
front
what
of
you
it.
got? How
Just
many you
don't-
got the Suns by?
I got Suns by 5. Suns by
Okay.
5.
I've got them by 4. So I think it'll be, I don't think it's as close as a 1-point game, but I don't think it's a full-on blowout by any means.
I think it's a toss-up. And by the way, if you look at the scoreboard of our betting, you all should be calling me Daddy.
No.
Well,
No,
look at the
no.
scoreboard of our betting real quick before we tell you what we're putting our money on. So we've got Flex at the bottom, -107.51. But honestly, that looks so much better than the other night. I'm not going to lie. Then you got Saul -11.24. Then I have $74.23. And Espo has $513.50.
Yep.
That's it.
That's
All right,
okay.
moving
'cause
on
that's
now.
going to change tonight.
Nope, I'm ready to throw the haymaker tonight. Put my bet up there. Let me tell you how
What
I'm
you
going
got,
to end
Espo?
each and every one of you. Bradley Beal, first bucket, exact three-pointer. It's going to get me $310 and put you all away.
It's a
Yeah,
plus
it's over.
3,000.
I'd officially stop putting bets in if you do that.
Okay.
I'm just going default the rest of the year if you hit that ticket.
Saul, you want to go next?
Yeah,
Yours is a big one, too.
Mine's an 8-leg parlay for plus 4,000.
buddy.
Suns win. Devin Booker with 30, KD with 25, and KD, Book, and Beal each with 4 assists. Grayson Allen hitting 2 threes, and the Timberwolves plus 7.5.
And what's the odds on that?
Plus 4,000.
Plus 4,000.
All right.
It's not terrible for plus
No,
4,000.
I'm not
you know what I mean?
saying. You and I may.
If I hit that, I'll be $100 behind you if you don't hit.
I mean, it could be a two-person game here, if you hit.
The two-man
relax.
game.
Two-man game.
Hey, that's disrespectful. Hey, here's what I'm doing. I've hit 2 out of the last 3. I got out the Titanic. I'm actually swimming up to. I can see the water now. So check this out. Tonight, Suns cover the spread. I got it at 3.5. I was able to put that in early before it shifted. So
Okay.
I got Suns to cover 3.5. I like the over tonight, 216.5. The over. I know Minnesota's defense, but I think this is going to be an over game. And I sent a favor into my homie tonight. I said I need 35. Get me off the Titanic. Book get 35 tonight. And then I think that's a plus 950.
Yeah.
So I'll be in a situation where I can actually put money down now at the end with y'all.
I'm not mad at it.
Let's end this, Brad.
I also took Bradley Beal for the Suns' first field goal. It's a plus 450. And before you even start, I put that bet down before you sent yours in, okay?
You can ride my coattails.
Okay, I'm not riding your coattails.
You get 400 plus
You can
400.
check
I get
the
plus 3,000.
I'm going to tell you this right now.
I sent it in first.
If Espo fucking hits, he better watch his feet because when he goes to run and jump around, I'm going to trip his ass.
Oh, no.
Look, I don't have to run and jump around before because I've been there. I've done that. I know how.
You acting like you've been there.
Yes.
Okay.
Tough guy. All
I
right.
hope somebody. I don't even care if I win. Anybody needs to beat this dude.
This is how you were last year, Saul.
I mean,
This
but
is
I
how
won.
you were
I'm
last
the
year,
champ.
Saul.
I'm the
And
defending
he
champ.
right now is kicking all of our asses.
Yeah, well,
so
I had $1,800. You got to beat that.
I'm just saying. All right, if you guys want to get in on the action, sign up for the BetMGM Sportsbook app using the bonus code PHNX. When you use that promo code PHNX, all you got to do is place your first BetMGM Sportsbook wager through the BetMGM Sportsbook mobile app of at least $10, and you will receive up to $1,500 in bonus bets if the bet loses. You can check out the show notes for full details, and now you can listen to Shane talk about the disclaimer.
Bonus bets expire in 7 days. One new customer offer only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY 467-369 New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 Massachusetts. 21 plus only. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP Arizona. 1-800-BETS-OFF Iowa. 1-800-981-0023 Puerto Rico. First bet offer for new customers only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Bonus bets are non-withdrawable. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. See BetMGM.com for terms. U.S. promotional offers not available in New York, Nevada, North Carolina, Ontario, or Puerto Rico.
Get stuffed, Ontario. And Puerto Rico, Flex is doing better. So shout out to your boy.
Boricuas. All right, guys, let's take a peek at some games to watch tonight outside of the Suns and the Timberwolves. So we've got the Kings and the Celtics. Kings fell by 1 point.
Yeah,
Final is 100 to 101.
The Celtics were up by 19, I believe.
Dang.
In the fourth, late in the fourth. The Kings came back, took the lead with 29 seconds to go.
Low-key, Celtics starting to fall apart in fourth quarters in second halves.
They are.
They've blown big leads.
I saw the other night against OKC.
Yes.
Same thing.
Okay. We've got the San Antonio Spurs and the New Orleans Pelicans. Spurs. There's almost just shy of 4 minutes remaining in that one. It is 102 Spurs to 99 Pelicans.
Yeah, get us one back, Spurs. You screwed us 3 times this year.
Yep.
Who would have thought the tables would have turned and we would have been cheering for the Spurs in this one? And then we also have the Golden State Warriors and the Dallas Mavericks. There is 7:53 remaining in the third quarter, and Golden State has 61 points and Dallas has 64.
Yeah.
So
It's
there you
getting
go.
tight.
There you go. And then, of course, we've got the Jazz and the Clippers facing off or tipping off at 7:30 p.m. So keep an eye on all of those games. And, of course, meet us right back here after the Suns and the Timberwolves game wraps up. And a quick reminder, again, the Collection by Mike Bibby will be out here all weekend. And we will be back on Sunday as well for another watch party.
3 o'clock in the
So
afternoon,
if you
baby.
didn't make it to tonight's, you can come hang out with us on Sunday. Okay, bye.
We all silly like the mayor.